what are our greatest risk for meeting our targets? Um, I would say personally, getting another dev on board. We are looking into it, and we are doing actively interviews, looking through resumes and stuff, as we do have some people that have applied. I can tell you guys that much. I would say that, and the overall market for sure. That of course plays a role with any of the crypto companies that are out there. We could and we can develop in a bear market. But of course, it is not that great for us or really anybody.
Yeah, well, like I've said a couple of times before, for me, bear markets are just like, well, I'm still developing. It's easy for me. It's not so easy for other people who are watching on, like people who have, like if somebody invested at 10 cent per token, the bear market creeps in and, the prices drop down, then they're going to be frustrated. They're going to want to see things happening a lot quicker. The reality is, from a development perspective, I would just kind of be sitting there going, like, I'm still developing at the same pace. This is the reality of it. It will be fantastic to have, I suppose, more growth within the core team, to have another developer come on board and, bring on more people wherever kind of plausible, wherever kind of works for Dogira. That I think that's kind of one of the greatest things we can do right now in ensuring that we're able to meet our targets. And yeah, like that's kind of like that level of kind of team cohesion and making sure that we've gotten all of our ducks in a row. Like, I think that's one of the biggest problems for any crypto startup or any low cap, especially. Like albeit it's become a lot more normal over the last kind of 2-3 years. Not 2 or 3 years, 1 year. It just feels like 2 or 3 years. But since the pandemic kicked in, it's become a lot more normal for people to work from home and for there to be meetings on Zoom and over voice calls, stuff like that. When you're working with crypto, that is the norm. It's very unlikely that you'll be in the same building, let alone the same country or anything like that, as people you're working with. So that is something that teams have to work very hard to keep a good cohesion on, make sure that everybody's in line with each other, and that you can run it as well as you can. A startup that you're running out of an apartment with everybody living in there, that kind of stuff. So team cohesion and making sure that everybody's able to work together well, everybody can work to the best of their abilities. And that would be one of the biggest things for me of what a coin needs to succeed.